name 5 of our favourite things to grow. And if one isn't touched by a bee, then you won't have it develop.
So, that's my firewood. I would like it because things are starting to cool down now, getting a lot of rain. We're just really excited to have fires again. This is all drying wood. It's only going to need a couple of months to dry out that little bit just for the fireplace. So I'm going to collect it now. The only problem is that I have a snake phobia, and this is snake territory. Wish me luck.
Okay, so today I know that a few of my corn stalks are already done and their bed needs to be emptied of weeds and then replanted. So I did some research and apparently potatoes grow really well after corn. I'm pretty sure the bed I had my corn in last year, I ended up growing potatoes in and they did a great job. So we're going to do that again, see how it goes. I sent Sam on a mission the other day to buy me lots of seed potatoes. We just got these potatoes from the market. They haven't started sprouting yet, but you could just as easily leave them with an onion inside your pantry and they'll start to sprout. I also got him to buy me heaps of cloves of garlic. So again, they're just from the market. You don't have to wait for your nurseries to get garlic and potatoes. You can actually just use ones that you would eat. As long as they're organic, they should grow, especially if they haven't been sprayed with anything or treated with anything. They won't affect your soil. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. I do quite enjoy this end of season, start of new season transition period. The garden doesn't always look the best, but it's so satisfying to be able to pull out something that's retiring or that's finishing up with its growth and then plant in something new that looks like absolutely nothing when you plant it, just like those tomatoes, but will eventually grow into something truly incredible like these corns have and the pumpkins too. It's the best kind of transition to see in the garden. Beautiful. I don't know if I told you guys, but I recently found out that each one of these little strings is connected to one corn kernel and it needs to be pollinated for all of the corn kernels to be made into corn, I guess. So isn't that incredible that all of this silky part is actually connected to each of these kernels? And if one isn't touched by a bee, then you won't have it develop. You can see if all of the silks haven't been pollinated. So this one I'm picking far too early because it hasn't even gone brown, and you can see lots haven't been developed yet, but it'll be all right. This is what I'm working with. All the things I have to pull out. Oof. Eris, what are you doing? Freya, what are you doing? Love my garden, don't you? So I've put up my cucumber. I hope you can see that up on a trellis. I've pulled out all the weeds in the bed. I've kind of tried to tidy up the pumpkin, or at least put it on the sides. That will die off by the time the potatoes need sunlight for their leaves. They're going to be underground for a while anyways. So this can stay for the time being. And as soon as I start seeing the plants, I'll start pulling it out so it doesn't get shaded out. So remember that my pumpkins are only growing from one spot, and it's the garden at the top. So I'm not afraid to get any roots here as I go. Just want to loosen up the soil, especially in any places where I've stepped. Just got to be careful around cucumber plants. The deeper we go, the better. That's good. 1, 2. Oh, looks good. Okay, I've got my potatoes planted out, and I think the next thing I'm going to do is plant some cloves of garlic around the potatoes and then cover up the whole bed with wood chips. Roots grow well with roots, especially garlic only has a small bulb towards the top, while potatoes are deep in the ground. Guys, where are you going? Come on, stay up. All you do to plant garlic is literally break off the clove and stick it into the ground. It's as easy as that. You can pre-root them in water, and that works really well, but not necessary. All planted, all watered. I cannot wait to have heaps of root vegetables this year. Hopefully I'm going to plant enough to last us all year and into the next season, so that we don't have to buy any from the shop.
Yeah, catch my breath. So today we're prepping for guests, which is really exciting because the last time we had people round, the COVID restrictions got announced halfway through the party and everyone had to go home at like 2 hours in or something like that. We haven't had people around really since, so this is really exciting and we're excited to make the place look nice. And right now I'm planning on trapping the rooster so that he can't get at anyone, because we still haven't dealt with that problem.
So Sam's putting a fence around this area here so that the chickens can be contained in one spot, including the rooster, while we've got our guests over. This isn't a permanent thing, it's just for now. It goes all the way around. They'll probably get into the compost pile, which is full at the moment. Annette from Apple Tree Urban Homestead has challenged us to name 5 of our favourite things to grow. So it's kind of hard to only decide on 5, but I think by far my favorite thing to grow over these last couple of seasons has definitely been corn. It's just so incredible to see it grow from like a little centimeter off the ground to 10 centimeters off the ground in a couple of days, and then it skyscrapes in a couple of weeks. So pretty incredible to see the growth of corn. I also love growing beans. They grow so well and you get such a big abundance of them to the point where you don't want beans anymore. So any food that feeds you and then makes you not want it anymore because it feeds you that well is definitely a win. My third favorite vegetable to grow I kind of discovered by accident was Brussels sprouts. I just love how thick the stem gets, and you really do have to be very patient, but eventually get some incredible Brussels sprouts from it. My fourth one, I reckon, is definitely potatoes. Without a doubt, they're my absolute favorite vegetable and a great crop to grow as well. Anything that you can put into the ground and leave is definitely a big win in my books. And number 5, my fifth favorite thing to grow. Sam, do you have something that you've enjoyed growing in the garden or eating from the garden? I'm kind of tossing up between like zucchini and cucumber.
I really like having all the herbs available at all times.
Oh, that is a good one. Yeah. So our fifth favorite is herbs. I guess it's kind of cheating because we're picking lots at once. If we had to pick just one herb, basil for sure. It never seems to have enough though. So hopefully as the years go, I figure out some ways to grow basil well. If we can cheat, every herb that we get to grow in our garden is a win, especially if it's a perennial or self-seeded. But if we had to pick just one, basil. So part of the challenge is to nominate 5 other channels to tell us what their favorite 5 things to grow are. So I'm going to nominate I'm going to nominate Robin from the Nature Patch, The Weedy Garden, Flower Folk Farm, Sweeney's Creek Farm, and also Little Garden Big Dreams. So you guys are up. Tell us your 5 favorite things to grow in the garden. And you guys in the comments that might not have YouTube channels, feel free to name your 5 favorite things to grow as well. It helps all of us to be better gardeners because we know what we should pick, especially if it's going to make gardening a lot easier because it's not going to be a problem to grow. As long as you choose 5 things that are easy to grow. Come here. Come say hi to the camera. Go over here. Come say hi over here. Come here. Sit. Very good. All right, now it's our turn to challenge 5 other channels to tell us what their 5 favorite things are. I'm going to get away, dog, with your tail. I didn't know you were there. Hello. How nice is this? Hi. That's a funny spot you got.